matchup with the Indianapolis Colts. They left in the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back, and we're underway in Baltimore. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Rolling to his right. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Whoa.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Steps away. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Give him 30 yards there.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Jackson on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Jim, 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 Jim. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 15-yard line. This one out quickly to Watkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. McDonald. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second and 4. Here's McDonald to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Come on, man.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Throwing is McDonald. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point forthcoming. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Blankenship out to kick off. To return it, here's Tavon Young. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. McDonald sets to throw. Steps away to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. 3rd down here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's McDonald. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Right back to Dobbins on first. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Oweh brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And that'll set him back 5. To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Oh, all these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw on second down. McDonald forced out to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give to Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Looking to throw. McDonald eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Yeah. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson buying time to his left. And going deep downfield for Boykin. That's caught inside the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Justin Tucker runs for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise,
they've got his man complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone, I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, Taylor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield that can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On second and 9, Jackson dancing to his left. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run here with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown on the season. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Out to his left. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on second down. McDonald escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. McDonald And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, McDonald eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. From the 35 on second down, Jackson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. This time, the extra point up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. McDonald looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, McDonald. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
McDonald steps away to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing it and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Corey Willis.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Jackson.
Rolling to his left.
Connecting with Andrews.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Jackson to throw. Able to find Boykin.
And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give him 32 on the play.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Check 31. Watch the eye. Kill. Yeah. Like you mean it.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down to the 42.